This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy, that's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Less $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port-in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back to Mama Mystery. I am your host, Kelly, and today I'm recording alone again because I really just wanted to get this out as soon as possible. I don't even have a written script in preparation for today's episode. I just wanted to talk about what we know as of right now in the disappearance of Eliza Fletcher. So this story is coming to us out of Memphis, Tennessee. Eliza Fletcher is 34 years old. Yesterday, Friday, September 2nd, she was jogging near the University of Memphis around 4:30 in the morning when a dark SUV abducted her, according to local police. So apparently there's actually surveillance footage of the abduction, but they've only released a picture. But apparently in this video footage, it is seen that Eliza is running along. She's approached by this vehicle. Someone gets out of the vehicle, and there is a brief struggle before she's forced into the vehicle, and then the vehicle drives off. So there is grainy footage of this vehicle, and at first there was a lot of speculation on what kind of vehicle it was. So there is a Facebook group dedicated to Eliza's disappearance, and someone pointed out that within the same area, a woman's black Mercedes ML350, I think is what it was stolen in the early morning hours before Eliza's abduction. So a lot of people were thinking that that was the same vehicle, but police just came out and said that the vehicle they believe is a GMC Terrain, and they were also able to find her water bottle and her phone nearby, but her phone had been smashed. Eliza was reported missing around 7 a.m. when she never returned home from her run, and then the surveillance footage was discovered of her running and then her being abducted. She was last seen wearing a pink jogging sports bra and purplish blue running shorts. Now, mind you, she just went missing yesterday morning, but already the TBI and the FBI have gotten involved. Her story has been blasted all over major news outlets, so this is a very big developing story. I was following it pretty closely yesterday, and at one point there was heavy police presence at her home, and some of the reporters that were standing outside of her home witnessed police taking evidence from the home, and those things included things like a computer, a pair of lawn shears, and then her white Jeep, which appeared to be a 2022 Jeep Wagoneer, but I'm not 100% sure. Her Jeep was towed from the home, and I don't know why. I still don't really have answers to that, so if you have any insight as to why detectives would be interested in taking her vehicle from the home. She was not abducted from the home. She was miles away from home. So I'm still kind of confused on why they would take her vehicle or things from their home unless something led them to suspect something was going on in the home. But I don't know. So if someone has any insight to that, please reach out to me either on Instagram or on Facebook and let me know what you think. Eliza is married to Richie Fletcher. They got married in 2014. They have 2 sons together, and both of them on social media have posted about how they are happy together, but that their marriage hasn't always been sunshine and roses. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the relatable content. But yesterday I went and I followed her profile and his profile on Instagram just to kind of keep up and stay up to date with what's going on in this case. And then today, this morning when I logged on, I realized that he had actually removed me as a follower. I'm assuming he removed all of the new followers he got, and then he changed his profile to private. But I already saw some of the posts about how their, marriage isn't easy. A healthy marriage doesn't come easy. And listen, I'm just kind of putting it out there, speculating, making assumptions. Take it with a grain of salt. This is just what I saw. But I do find it just odd that the day your wife goes missing, you change all your profiles to private. If my husband went missing, I would want to be in everybody's face, asking them urgently to be searching for my husband. And I would hope that Austin would do the same. So I don't know, that just seemed odd to me, but it could mean absolutely nothing. So a little backstory on them. Eliza has a master's in early elementary education. She was working as a preschool teacher at a private school in Memphis. And Richie was working as a boat mechanic or operator for a boat company in Memphis. They were closed Friday for the Labor Day weekend, so he was not at work on Friday. A little more about Eliza. She is, again, like I said, a mom of two. And she is actually a billionaire heiress to her family's hardware business, which is Orgel Incorporated. And a lot of people pointed this out because maybe that had something to do with her abduction. If it was planned, maybe they're going after this very wealthy family, but I don't know. Her family is offering a $50,000 reward for information on her whereabouts. Eliza regularly ran these routes. She was an avid runner. At one point, and I think it was 2019, she qualified for the Boston Marathon. So she is a very skilled runner, and that makes me think that she's out running all the time. So is it possible that somebody knew her routes, saw her running regularly, or could this be just a completely random attack? We don't know. We don't know anything at this point. I'm just putting things out there. So recently in this same area, there were apparently reports of harassment towards the University of Memphis's women's cross-country team. And the police were asked during a press briefing if this case was related to those harassment reports at all, and they denied that there was any connection. There was also later in the day yesterday, at around 5 p.m., there was a car accident, and a man pulled over to get out of his car and help the people in the car accident. When he got out of his car, another man jumped into the car and took off, not realizing that the guy's 3 kids were still in the car. So then the kidnapper dropped the children off and then took off with the car, indicating all he wanted was the car, not the kids, I guess. But this man has not been found by police and is said to have a large gash on his forehead. Now, I don't know if this guy is connected. The police have not made that clear. And there's also another kidnapping that took place near the same area that Eliza was taken. This woman and her baby were abducted from a Target parking lot. This was just a few miles away from where Eliza was abducted. And police have released surveillance footage in that case. They are still investigating it, but they are also saying that there's currently no connection between these two incidents. So aside from that, not much else has been released on this case. On that Facebook page, there's of course a lot of speculation and guessing, but we're not going to get into that. I would rather just stick to what we really do know for sure. About 9 minutes ago, as I'm recording this episode, the Memphis Police Department's Twitter account posted that the investigation into the abduction of Eliza Fletcher is still active and ongoing. Investigators are continuing the search and following all leads. No arrests have been made relative to this case. If anyone has any information, they are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. And I would like to point out that they said, I just want to repeat, that they said that there have been no arrests made relative to this case, because a lot of people are, of course, pointing fingers at the husband. He was brought in for questioning, apparently, but I mean, that is a completely normal standard of police practice when somebody goes missing or something is wrong, right? So, of course, a lot of times the first person they look at is who is in the home, but I still would like to know why they took the car from the home. I just don't, I've never seen that happen before, so I'm more curious as to why that would be a part of the police process. I don't necessarily think that it is indicative of something happening suspicious at the home. I'm just trying to understand what the process is behind that. So if you have any insight to that, please send it my way, because I would like to know. But in the future, we'll keep you guys updated. That's all I know for now. So if there's any more significant updates, I'll come out with another episode as soon as possible. So thank you for listening. And please stay safe. I have a lot of friends right now who are currently training for some half marathons and marathons that are coming up in the fall. If you are an avid runner or jogger, please go out with a buddy. Take precautions to keep yourself safe. Look up ways online to keep yourself safe. Carry mace with you if you need to. Keep your eyes peeled and stay aware of your surroundings. Just stay safe. Until next time, thanks for listening.